I want us to bring this energy now to talking about celebrity privilege. In many ways, some of these guys could sort of fit into this topic. But anyway, looking at now celebrity privilege, okay? Yeah. For a long time, I guess celebrities have benefited from, you know, just being in the limelight. There's a certain, like, I don't know, Wakenya tunapenda utajiri, right? Like, there's this something
no,
we
it's
esteem.
A human thing.
It's
a
not
human
Wakenya. It's not Wakenya. Okay, fine.
We are born to.
We're born to love acceptance.
Right.
Yeah, and to grow.
Association.
And driving.
Right. Okay. So, fine. We bestow a lot of privilege on people who we consider up there, people that we've raised on some sort of pedestal. But a lot of times we also don't really talk about what that means for them when they're not on the right side of things. Right? A few examples. Just a few years ago, a very famous pastor in the city was accused of a terrible accident. I don't know where that case has gone now. There's another former musician, now member of parliament, is it? Also similar situation, but that's just kind of quietened down. So, you know, this celebrity privilege, we want it, we enjoy it, but at the same time, you know, how do we keep ourselves in check?
Very good question. I think we need to lay a foundation on this celebrity phenomenon. Has been here for a very long time. You know, we grew up, Agnes, watching movies, and in every movie there is a villain. And there is, the movie star. There is the hero, and we cross our fingers when the hero is about to get harmed or something bad happens, and we have grown and brought it to our society. So we see sports people, we see musicians, artists, politicians, and we feel like, we want to be like them. And because of that, they get followers and fans, and people follow them. Some of them don't even know why they follow them. So why they get away with some stuff is because, like now, I don't want to mention the names, but you've already said, someone who has a following of 1 million people, if he's accused of having knocked someone on the road and in an accident, and he's taken to a court of law, sometimes the fans will make a lot of noise and say, no, he didn't do that, because they love him for no reason. They just love him because they aspire to be like them. And somehow, that's one of the reasons why they get away with some things.
Right.
They have some, they have this privilege, they have some advantage, some immunity sort of, that they have had out of the following they have. And that's how they get away with it. And talking about politicians.
Well, we're gonna come. No. We're gonna come to those ones in just a moment. But just before we get there, Agnes, you've worked a lot with celebrities.
Yes, and I am still.
You build them, you manage them, you grow that talent. So, Atta, you know, what's your take on?
She's a celebrity
in her
own
she is a celebrity in her own right. But what's your take on this then?
So first of all, in this day and age, celebrities have increased a lot because of social media. So you're finding someone who has a say even on social media. Now we even have influencers who I'm currently managing right now, who are even celebrities. But one thing they don't understand is it comes with a lot of responsibility.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter how you got there. It doesn't matter it's through music, or you have following, or you had just an opinion, or now you're vlogging. But once you walk in somewhere and someone recognizes you, you have a responsibility. And
well, let's talk about that, because a few artists have said that they don't
I am not anybody's role model. I'm not anybody's role model. I mean, I feel like it should come. If I was in your shoes, you people, Joyce, and because also don't try and exclude yourself.
Sure.
I would take it very positively, because once more than 3, 4 people, 10, 11, I mean 1 million people are looking up to you, I think the best you can be able to do is do it in a positive way.
It's a privilege.
Of course you're human. That's another part that now your other humans don't understand that you're human, but there's a responsibility in what you write. You can light a fire just from anything you talk about. So as much as they enjoy privileges, going somewhere, and usually select the services, like I wouldn't rate any service, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's an airline or anything, with a celebrity, because you're bound to get the privilege. Because once, maybe whatever, I don't want to mention brands, you walk into a restaurant, you'll be served very well because you're frank, because you're known. But rate it with someone who is not known.
Right.
You know, just you need to put this in perspective. Are we talking about they get away with some things, legally speaking, or morally speaking? Because those are two
I think
different
it's
things.
both of those.
Both.
So we've seen examples of people, okay, allegedly, because I don't know where the cases are, so we can't really speak on it. But, you know, there were issues of someone's life was claimed on a road.
Yeah.
And we don't know, we see the people, you know, just going about their business. So we don't know how far those cases have gone. So there is a legal question. But to what Agnes is also saying, you know, when we're talking about celebrity privilege and understanding that you do have a responsibility, and you should consider it one, you should consider it a privilege, it also then brings in the question of your moral responsibility and the moral sort of getting away with things. And again, coming back to today, you can see the sort of the number of songs that have been banned lately in this country, the sort of content that is coming out. People are making petitions against TV shows. You know what I mean? Like, it's gotten intense. So, you know, there's that layer as well. And maybe both of you can comment on that.
You know, I agree with Agnes totally when she says about all of us need to have what I call a moral internal GPS. That tells you this. Well, I am a coach and a motivational speaker. Sometimes people want to treat me like a celebrity. I really run away from it because they want to meet you. You autograph the books. A selfie and all that. But I'm always conscious that I am a leader. Someone is looking up to me. How I dress in public, how I talk, how I respond to phones in the restaurant and everything else. There is something within me that tells me someone is looking up to you. So I have had celebrities who have a huge following, and I don't want to mention them here, they're all over social media, who say, I am no one's role model. I didn't ask you to look up to me. But you see, naturally, young people grow up. Let me tell you, Joyce, for example, my daughter Joanita today, who is watching right now, loves you very much.
Hi, Juanita.
And she loves you because she wants to sing like you. She wants to dress like you. She loves the way you talk. You don't even know it. So when you become a celebrity, Agnes, there are people who are looking up to you in the villages who don't even know. You and I have been influenced by Oprah Winfrey and people like Barack Obama. We have never met them, isn't it? But we look up to them and say, "Oh, I wish when I grow up I'll become like that." So it is imperative when you have come to a point of privilege, you have grown to that space. To be conscious and to have that moral consciousness that whatever I am doing, someone is watching. And that's why if you are involved, for example, in an accident, why would you want to get away with it because you are a celebrity? Why don't you say, I am human, it happened? You know, we have had people really refusing to admit what was even witnessed.
We're going to be taking a break soon, but Agnes, just before we do, I mean, again, in the space that you work in, building brands, building humongous careers, how do you navigate this whole question of the morality of what people are doing with the songs that are coming out, the sort of content? There's certainly been a shift, let's admit it. There's certainly been a shift in the type of content that we sell, and sort of like our openness, like our radar to sort of take in like this level of ratchet or that level of, you know, the scale has shifted in many ways. How do you navigate that as a talent manager?
So first of all, it comes, like I said, it comes from a point of, well, even when you're managing brands, them as an individual, so much boils down to a lot of things, how you were grown, how you were raised, everything, the environment you grew around. And I understand when you mean there's a whole now wave that is coming that has songs that you want, even you yourself, you want to close your ears and like, oh my God, I can't.
If when we were growing up and we were watching Bold and what are they called? Bold and Beautiful. And then they kissed and you're like, guy, mama, Tani Chapa, you know?
It's also because of the social media wave. But one thing I usually like to tell people is longevity. What do you want to be remembered for?
Absolutely.
Right now, there's a song I'm listening to as much as, and I'm not saying you can hide these things. You can be talking about the hard, tough words. I don't want to be going on a breakfast show and the intimate things, but you can hide them in a way that is so nice. We sing a lot of, I mean, American songs, even across here, our Swahili songs, they're not the cleanest. I'm sure my friend was telling me the mom from Coast listens to those songs and she closes their ears. But you can do that in a way.
That comes with it.
Yes, so the longevity. Because even I was in a group where somebody posted about how music has power. How it can impact, how even, what do you call him, Martin Luther, how there were people that had music that changed a whole generation.
Absolutely.
So it's up to you to know, is it long term?
Okay.
Yeah.
That there is my cue to take a break. Having a very great and heated discussion here with Agnes Nonsizi and Alfred here, a motivational coach and speaker. And we're going to be back with them after the break as we continue this discussion on celebrity privilege. I'd really love to hear what you guys think about this. 22999 is the SMS line. We'll be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back to Full Circle with Joyce. Thank you so much for your company this morning. I'm here with Agnes Nonsizi, who's a talent manager and a publicist. And can I say political analyst? You'd make a very great one, by the way. You would. And Alfred Arita, who's a motivational speaker and a life coach as well. Karibuni Tana to the show. We're having a great discussion, a very fiery and passionate discussion with them this morning about celebrity privilege. And you know, one of the things I really want to ask you, Agnes, is since you work so closely with these guys, what are some of the biggest misconceptions about being a celebrity? Because a lot of people out here are just literally faking it till they make it. Mm-hmm. It's not as glamorous as what people are seeing, that they're deciding to drop out of school so that they can be like Nani, and you don't know that Nani has had to get copas due what the shirt has been borrowed, the car has been borrowed for this set. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe you can talk to us about some of those misconceptions.
Even I remember when I was coming, I decided to just Google what are some of the privileges of a celebrity, and you know what popped up? They're rich.
The rich.
That's one of the biggest misconceptions, especially in this side of Africa.
Yes.
It's not the case, because what happens is this kind of environment, this kind of space of a celebrity, you have to look like money for money to come your way. So better part of the years you spend looking like you have the money, but you don't have the money until that money will come. So you get a misconception where people think, she's rich. Why is she even eating pizza with beans? Why would she be seen? You know, why would they be in a matatu? So you end up, either you come up with tactics that will help you facilitate that, but at one point, money might not come, because also it's a business of gambling. You could look like money and that money will never, or it will take a very long time. I know people who has taken them even 20 years for them to get their stability. So, and then also they have the most vulnerable people.
Absolutely.
Because
what ni wagumu? People, they love you, they hate you the next day. You have to have very tough skin.
And sometimes you don't, you can't be normal, which is very, very frustrating. You can't have a normal life. And when you decide to have a normal life, it will work against you. Because sasa unapanda matatu na how will someone pay you for a gig for 100K, then you're boarding the same matatu? So your value decreases when you decide to live a normal life.
It's a tough life.
It's a tough life.
It's a very tough life.
And a lot of people don't understand it.
Don't.
And so, we're always thinking the grass is greener on the other side, but we don't fully know what it's taking.
I was
to make
watching
it
in
look
America,
that way.
for example, when you think about Beyonce, think about Kim Kardashian and the likes and Kanye West. They always run away from paparazzi, because their life is not theirs. You just get to the public space and everyone is there trying to catch a story because of the magazines, the ratings, and the tabloids and stuff like that. And so it's not a normal life. But I wanted to add something to what she said about perception. For a very long time, celebrities believe that if I can come and borrow your Range Rover, get the nice suits and all that, I may gain some perception of mileage. Because people will look at you and say, wow, he's made it. So when you're going to a place to, for example, again for a gig, people will treat you like, how did you come? I'm always asked, when I go places to speak, people want to see which car I have come with and all that. So your payment depends on how people perceive you. Yes. And that is one of the problems.
But let me ask about that, because I also do feel, particularly in the influencing space, for example, that a lot more people now, particularly the audience that is to consume this content or this marketing, is more keen now about authenticity.
Yes, and being real.
And being real.
Yes.
Yeah. And so in a way, it's almost, I don't know if it's the entire table that's flipping or it's just, because of the way a person presents themselves, even with celebrities. So could it be that there are people who would say, wow, especially because also celebrities have now been trying to take people along with them through the journey.
Yeah, journey.
So they're showing you, I'm in studio, or man, I've been hustling for this. Finally, we made it. They're trying to make it like a communal win.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that would at all change things.
It depends with what you're doing, and now also from the perception of branding, because they're different brands. Like influencers, you handle them differently. If you decide to go the genuine way, it will work for you perfectly. You're a normal human being, you're a normal person. But the things like hip hop, where it's hardcore, man. As in, the things that are there that it will take us a very long time to change. And let me tell you, that thing of you've come with what? It will remain with vodka. It will remain, because what we try to, because I've sat on the other side of the room where I'm not a manager. I am probably want to pay someone X amount of money, because we reason like how you look is how we will address you.
Sure.
So you don't look like you can't even handle 50 bob. Then we are here paying you 1 million. How will you know? So it's like a fight. There's what, like influencers now, we are seeing people taking us into the delivery room, and how, I mean, okay, fine, like sometimes I'm like, oh, fine, man, okay.
Too much,
but it's fine. And so it depends on how you've built your brand.
I think, but there's a whole lot of people who are looking for authentic people.
Sure.
Honestly, like now for me, the people I mentor, one of the things I'm very keen about is to tell them, you are too you to be anyone else. You cannot afford to try to be like Agnes. Actually, the easiest way to lose it is try to be like Joyce. When I began preaching in the 1999, I used to love people like T.D. Jakes. So I felt like for me to preach powerfully, I must speak like that. But as I've grown up, I've realized if I lose me, then I have nothing else to give. So there are people who are interested about guys who are honest. If you are a musician, just do your thing without minding how people are perceiving you. But there are other people saying, wow, look at this. Remember Angela Jibalonza? Angela was here. And she penetrated into a space where people wanted to fake it until they make it. But she stood.
Yeah.
And she stood out.
Let me read some comments that we have coming in. Okay, Mwangi Washamata is tuned in from Nyahururu. I also have Douglas Matiko, who says, celebrity means proximity limitation to the ordinary person with a mere link to the major fan holds, lest there is a camera set on loose. Wow. Anyway, you say celebrities are gotten through talent. Regulating talent means slavery to both the person and his or her people. Hence, if we keep regulations on them, we're going to make a huge breed of talented rebels. Very interesting comments there. And we'll be coming back later, as far as what is it that we need? Is it regulation? I'm even scared to say that word. Is it sort of like a hard hand, like in TZ that we've been seeing? Is it more mentorship? And how do we reconcile this idea of mentorship with people also wanting to break the ceilings? Because a lot of these guys they're trying to do what's not been done. Everybody's trying to make their own history. So how do you reconcile that? But then Noel Muhonja says, Kibera watching, but about celebs, something must be done. They are too much. Is it a must to dance with panty and bra alone because you are a celeb to make your music hit? Wow. Very interesting comments there. And unfortunately, my time is really running out here. So just as you guys respond to this feedback, I also want to hear your sentiments of, how celebrities can actually then use their privilege for good. Because as we've all said here, it should be an honor. It should be a privilege for you to understand if you're a celebrity and there are people looking up to you. So just, reflecting on what has been mentioned here, maybe you can give us your final sentiments with what we're talking about.
I'll give an example of
briefly
of Oprah Winfrey, who used her own network to build schools around United States and South Africa, the Leadership Academy. I think going forward, we need to have celebrities who stand for something, who are not just out to make it, who are not out to look for flamboyance and all that. We need people who are saying, I stand for this. These are the values that I have, and I want the name that I've built to use it to do something that will outlive me, that will leave a legacy. And that will require a lot of mentorship, a lot of encouragement. We need to have them checked. We need to have them accountable. I know that we use regulation or whatever we'll use, but we need to have certain, we need to have certain benchmarks on what really a celebrity can do and cannot do. Otherwise, as it is right now, it's going out of hand. You saw a young man from Consolata who says, I want to become a celeb, by all means, using vulgar language. So we need to say, for you to become, we need to have these values. And let's not glorify people come and abuse us on social media and tell us I'm not your mother, and we call them celebs. And I see even some very dignified people supporting them and saying that's a celeb. That's not a celeb, that's a pervert. You're not supposed to allow them.
All right, so Agnes.
So for me, I would like to say, not everybody would have, like, you know, a stand, because some of them are purely entertainers.
Yeah.
Me coming from a point of especially music, yeah? But if you're entertaining, please make sure, remember, you have a whole generation looking up to you. It can be conscious entertainment. We were dancing to celebrations, like we didn't have to be. It doesn't have to be extreme. Let's know the boundary. Yeah. If you want to stand for something in your entertainment, like fighting for the rights of the musicians, fighting for whatever, do it as you entertain. So first of all, understand what you are called for, because some of us, I feel like you tell them, stand for gender violence. You don't even know what that is. Understand you as a person and what you're doing. Then yes, your purpose. Then do it, and let's one day say Joyce did this.
Watch this space. Thank you to the both of you. Agnes Nonsizi, Alfred Arita, what a great morning it's been with you guys. I really do appreciate your time and your company.
So
Let's do this again soon. How about that?
Sure.
All right, guys, we're going to take a short break right now as we get ready for our second hour. And remember, that's now going to be our lifestyle hour. Just we're going to, you know, to make things a little loose as we get ready for the weekend. We're going to be sharing with you tips and tricks to getting that perfect picture. Jims and Dims dance crew is also going to be here, and we have the musicians 24 Elders as well on our personality interview for the day. This and so much more coming your way on Full Circle with Joyce. Stay tuned. I'll see you at the top of the hour.